What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some more news concerning Alexander Usyk, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Get this. According to Team Usyk issues a warning to Team Fury, and they say if the fight date moves, then the split is 50-50. Alexander Krasuk, promoter of heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk, has issued a firm warning to the WBC champion Tyson Fury. The unbeaten champions are slated to collide April 29th, but Usyk's handlers are doubtful about Fury's eagerness to move forward with that date. Okay, of course, we know last Friday it was revealed that Usyk had accepted a 70-30 mandatory split in Fury's favor. And this is what Alex said. He said the negotiations now go live on Instagram, so we see both fighters exchanging messages. We are expecting to see some basic agreement with the terms and things like that, but it's still pending. We've been negotiating for so many months. We went through all of the small issues, bigger issues, large issues, whatever. So it's already done, or it's done already. It's been done actually several weeks ago, but the one thing that was pending was Tyson's consent, which is still pending, though he claims he's ready and pretends he's training. However, if the fight date moves due to Fury's inability or unwillingness to move ahead, then Usyk is no longer willing to accept a split of 70-30. He said, "We never mentioned anything like June or August. It's never been under discussion." Usyk was very clear in his message. April 29th, I accept 70-30 for the purse split, Krasuk explained. Igor Klimas, Usyk's manager, yesterday came out and then on Twitter saying that if it moves just for one day, then it's going to be a 50-50 again. I'm not really confident that this fight is going to happen on April 29th. I will be surprised if it takes place, but if it takes place, I will be really happy because this is the biggest thing Usyk wants, the baddest thing he wants in his life, to unify all the belts in the heavyweight division, the second division in his career. And let me counterpunch. I haven't heard them talk about date changes. And the last thing you want to do is give a side a way out. Because that's what I'm saying with this. Like, oh, if it moves, we're going to 50-50. Well, you know, if it's 50-50, Tyson Fury ain't buying that shit, and that'll be his way out right there. If they haven't talked about moving the date, then why the fuck are you talking about moving the date? You know, I understand their skepticism and all that. I understand that. They're skeptical if this fight will happen. They doubt that Tyson Fury's really telling the truth. He may or may not. However, if the man said he is, you know, what we can say about that is we'll know he's a liar. So prepare yourself for another fight. That's all I could really say. But giving someone an out or giving someone an ultimatum that you think, like a lot of people feel that Tyson Fury may not want to fight, but if you give him that way out, you open that door for him, he may walk out the motherfucker. You know, so you don't really want to do that. You want to keep it positive. I don't like all the negative talk. Well, I'm doubtful this. I mean, we've heard Frank Warren. We really haven't heard Bob Arum talk too much, you know, but we've heard Frank Warren, and he spoke on it a lot, and he sounds very optimistic. And so does Tyson Fury. If he says, hey, I'm going to fight on April 29th, like that's the last thing we heard him say, let that be done. Don't be poking the bear of doubt, okay, because you're skeptical. Because that's actually being negative at this point. If you know that's what your fighter wants, go for what your fighter wants and accept or hope for the best. You know, because the last thing you can do is throw, and this is the downside to social media, shit like this. Because let's say that gets back to Team Tyson, and Tyson knows, well, you know what? Fuck them. Because he's not fighting me for 50-50 because I'm getting 70. That's what he's been bragging about all of yesterday. I've got 70% or 70% of the pie. Ha ha ha. You got only 30. How you like me now? You and your dumbass managers, this, that, and the other. You know, because, see, for all we know, that might have pissed off Usyk's handlers. So their counterpunch, their response, they answer with, well, if you fuck around with the date, we're going to move it back to 50-50. How you like that? Well, how do you like the idea of not fighting at all? See, at that point, you're putting down your fighter. You're disappointing your fighter. You're letting your fighter down because you're not doing your fucking job. So don't talk shit when there's no need to talk shit. Now, I understand the doubt of Tyson Fury and all this, that, the other, but, like, don't be the only ones that's skeptical at this point. Yes, you've tried, but if he's trying to get out of that date or he's trying to upset your fighter, guess what? It's working if you are the way you are. If your mindset is doubt or negative or I don't believe this shit's going to happen, well, you know, what are you doing there? Follow the shit through, shut the fuck up, and let Tyson Fury sign it. If he's in training already, that means he's preparing, so there's no need to talk up negative stuff because that negative stuff can stretch. It can grow. You know, when you start hearing negative things, you know, you're putting that out there. Speak it, believe it, receive it, right? You're going to receive negative stuff. And negative stuff can be addictive. So I think at this, they're going back to 50-50. Well, that was the biggest hurdle in this whole thing. Tyson Fury's money. He wanted the Tyson Fury's money. He wanted the most money. He wanted to be looked at as a side. So let that be what it is. Don't talk about this when Tyson Fury's already he's already a control freak. Anybody on the A side doesn't want to hear what the other side is trying to enforce. Okay? Don't say that to Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury's an unstable son of a gun. He might sit there and say, you know what? What did they say? 50-50? You know what? Let's move the date. And then that's his way out anyway. Then he could go fight some Tom, Dick, and Harry while, you know, before he was just trending on the fight. Well, now it's back to the negotiation crap. Now we have to deal with that. So, yeah, if I'm Alex Usyk, Igor Klimas, you guys shut the fuck up. Shut up. Follow through with your fighter. Wait for the contracts on the back end and see what happens. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Team Usyk warning Tyson Fury. If the fight date moves, we want 50-50. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.
Peace.